Hello, and welcome to Pilgrim Lutheran Church and Schools Virtual Sunday School. Today, we're going to talk about something fun, parties. And we're going to do it after we read the parable of the wedding feast from Matthew 22, verses 1 through 14. So I'm going to go ahead and read the reading, and then we'll talk about it a little bit, about answering that question, what does this mean? Jesus often told parables or stories to teach people about God's kingdom. One of the parables Jesus used to teach people was about a wedding feast. Jesus said, "This is what God's kingdom is like. A king's son was getting married, so the king prepared a big wedding feast. The king sent out his servants to tell everyone who was invited to the banquet that the feast was ready. The servants went out and came back. They told the king that the people did not want to come. So the king sent out his servants again. The king said, 'Tell the guests that I have prepared a feast. I have killed the best oxen and fattened cattle. Dinner is ready. Come to the wedding banquet.' The servants went out, but the people did not listen to the king's message. One man went to his farm. Another went to his business. Some of the people even captured the king's servants and killed them. When the king found out what happened, he was angry. The king sent out his army, punished the murderers, and burned down the city. The king told his servants, 'The feast is ready, but the people who were invited do not deserve to come to my feast. Go out to the streets and invite everyone you see.' So the servants went out and did what the king asked. They invited all the people they saw, good and evil people. The wedding feast was filled with guests." So when we read that story and we think about it, we always ask the question, what does that mean? And so I would like to start with the overarching idea that that means that God invites all of us to his banquet. Everyone is invited. But at the beginning of the story, we hear about some people who decide not to come to the feast. They were either too busy, or they didn't want to, or maybe they didn't like the king. You know, who knows? Who knows what their reasons were? But they didn't want to come. So then the king remembered, hey, I'm going to do like God does and invite everyone to this feast. And what happened? People came. People came. And that was great. And so when we think about a party, how do you feel when you're invited to a party? I usually feel pretty excited and happy. I like getting cake. If it's my party, sometimes I like getting presents. It's so much fun playing games, seeing people, being together. It's a feeling of joy. And I've also been on the side of the coin where maybe I haven't been invited. And then that makes me feel a little bit sad, makes me wonder, why didn't I get the invite? So I think when we think about things like that, we can see that when God invites everybody, his intention is to bring joy to everybody. His intention is to bring everyone together and to make people feel happy and a sense of community. And I think that is a really wonderful thing. He doesn't see anybody any differently than anyone else. Everyone is invited. And we do this at Pilgrim, through our communion services, through our church services, and just from our welcome statement. Everybody is welcome at Pilgrim. And so I want to leave you with one last thought, because we usually think about parties as these pre-planned events where everybody shows up to some place at a certain day or time. But what if we recognize that every single day is a gift that has been given to us, and every moment of every day is a party. And so when you go through life viewing it that way and that everybody is invited in, it can help you to remember through your everyday actions to bring joy, to remember that we're a part of a community, a bigger community. And that helps us to treat each other with respect and love, and just think of every day as everyone is in God's big party. So thank you for joining. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again next week.